Good morning, good morning, good morning to everyone. Wow, you may have noticed or not, I don't know. Let's just go back. Have a look at the cloudy, wintry skies that we've got. Let me see if I can do that one a different way. This one. And swap that round. Have a look at the cloudy, wintry skies. If I move this one from there. Oh, look at that. Really, really cloudy and wintry. It's an interesting morning. So, wow. From the beautiful day it was yesterday to today. And hopefully that movement of me around the screen wasn't too much for you. I'm Boundy, Psychic Medium, bringing you the daily Lenormand card spread reading. Although today I've not used the Lenormand deck. We'll have a look-see what cards I have got that Spirit guided me toward. So, shall we swing over to the cards and see what they hold? And, oh, it's not quite lined up. I thought I had it perfectly done. There we go. It's not too bad, not too bad. What we've got is the Kipper deck, and it is still Ciro Marchetti's art in this deck. It's why I bought it, because I love his artwork. His style of art is just so beautiful. And we do have the 3 cards from this. So this is the actual container, the box that it's in, and here is the actual guidebook. Now, because this one, it is called a fortune telling deck, because it is that style, I do read from the guidebook for this one until I become a little more familiar with what is the labels, the meanings behind what the author, as in Ciro Marchetti, had intended with these cards. With the Kipper, I'm not as familiar as well. So we'll have a look at that. So it may take a little longer than what we usually take for our readings, because I've also added in a card from. Now let's just have a look at this one. I'll leave that pointing there to the journey. It is the Shaman's Path, the deck that has been in my drawer for a while. I haven't pulled it out, so I'm getting indication from Spirit that I need to be using these every day as well. It looks like they're an affirmation card set with instructions for use, of course, but as most of these decks do. It has the 70 cards in it. Reasonably interesting to shuffle, I can tell you. They're slightly bigger than the Kipper deck. So there is not a guidebook within this. It just says instructions for use, a little card that says use your intuition, basically, in choosing what the card is. This one is called The Dreaming, and we're going to have a close look at this one to begin our reading today. So for those of you who are watching in replay, set your mind into that connection with what is your spirit guides as you're moving into this. If you are training or have a shaman, look, I'm not going to call them skills, abilities, and etc., because I think it's a way of being, the shaman work. So here we do see what is on the card as the dreaming. You know, that there is the bed, there is the rising, whether it's in the witching hour or the whatever, the midnight shift, so to speak. There is symbolism in all of what this is going to behold for you, to reveal, show for you. The mountains, the hand paintings, a lot of the original cultures right from way back began with communicating through artworks and paintings and whatnot on walls in caves and rocks and stuff. There's the dreaming, that the dancing, that is being revealed as it needs to be revealed. So what it has on the back for that image is, and these are mainly the Aboriginal, this is Aboriginal Australian view of the dreaming as timeless and eternal, originating at the time of creation, yet always present just across the veil. And so with a receptive and open heart, you can access the dreaming at any given moment. So the dreaming is right here and right now. So the affirmation of this card is, I readily and easily perceive the dreaming. So that's the card that we have as our main emphasis, our instruction, our being for the day today. Accept that in whatever way you need to. and it is a beautiful card. I'm even getting that feeling of download right now as I'm seeing this, as I'm reading it, as I'm feeling it. So tap into that with your spirit guides and allow that instruction, allow that beingness to move into your day today and beyond, because it's there for all time. I'm going to leave that there so that I can refer to it through my day as I'm shifting our energies in whatever way we need to as we move, as we live a life. It is that, isn't it? Now, let me go and bring them up to a bigger view so that we can see them. I'm going to be using this, so that's shifting out of the way. Now, the first one I am going to read about is the journey, because I'm still going to use what I've become familiar with. That's part of my path. My understanding of life is that we have that central theme in every single day, that we connect our home space, which the family room, isn't the synchronicities interesting? The family room landed in the home space. The journey is our day to day, and the wealthy man being in the business space. I thought as I saw them coming into the reading that, oh wow, Spirit, you really have a sense of humour too. So what we're going to look at first is the journey. So I'll look up card number 10, and Fiona, if you're around, I'm sure that you're going to put the numbers up there for me. But altogether, so it's 4, 5, 6, 7, so it's 8 is the number for our overall numerology for these 3 cards today. Okay, so the journey. What this is illustrating is the travel via first-class carriage from Victoria Station. So wherever Victoria Station is, I dare say it's London. I don't know. Notice the wealthy man on the platform standing with his fine leather luggage, not too far from the denizens of second class, which you can see over there. So, as we remember, the old British system was definitely class related. Card 10 stands for all forms of transit and vehicles. So, as well as vacations, travel, escapes, and round trips. So, there is a purpose of travel today, something that you're going to do via motion and moving forward. Continuous, it can be going to do an errand and coming back, as simple as that. Or, like it said, the vacations, long travel, just an escape for the day, like the old Sunday drive is what comes to my mind, which I might even be doing ourselves. Just depends on the weather, because it has been raining. So here we are on this journey. So it's time to start or to take a final or a step forward. Leave your old and familiar situation. Depart for new shores. This might concern your work. It could be a family situation or your relationship. So maybe it is time for the trip. Represents all kinds of vehicles. So in whatever way that you're going to be moving, there's going to be some motion for this journey. Okay, so that was one of the interpretations. I'm not going to read all of them from the guidebook, because there's 3 people who contribute to the interpretations in each of these cards in this book. It's a very nice deck. I quite like it. I might end up doing a little more with the Kipper card. I know I mentioned it last time I got them out. They're certainly very interesting. I love how they've actually fallen into place in the energies of each of these card spread locations. Now we're on to the family room in the home space. So good morning, Elaine. It's lovely to see you. Oh, 25 there. Oh, beautiful. It's a wee bit cooler. I've put on a dress this morning thinking, oh, it's going to be the same type of day as yesterday. I could cope with that. And it's cold. I'm going to be changing shortly. This is the type of dress I'd wear on a 25-degree day. So thank you for that. And good morning to you, Susan, from Sydney, and much love. Thank you for that. And I hope your Sunday morning's going well as well. And then we've got Shaz. Good morning, Sharon, everyone, and you've been waiting for me. I was a little bit late. I had to reboot the computer and everything. There's a few things to do before I got online this morning. So even though it's a resting day, Sunday usually, there is always just that little something to do, especially at my office. Thank you for that. And good morning from Kim. How are you this morning? I love those little emojis, especially the bee. like to hear the bees buzzing, and especially when, you know, it's spring. We've got the blossoms and the flowers happening and things are doing really well. And good morning to you, Kerry Ann. To everyone. There you go. To all. Thank you. I was just reading forward to Susan's comment. Sorry about that. I wasn't quite present with you there, Kerry Ann. Now I am. Good morning. And here, Susan, you're saying it's Saturday in Sydney. So you're not in the Sydney, Australia. You're in a Sydney somewhere else if you're saying it's Saturday. Or is it Saturday? It is Saturday. Fuck. Oh, oops. Whoops. I said that naughty word. It is Saturday. Oh, here's me saying it's Sunday and it's not. Oh, I'm a day ahead of myself. Now I feel so embarrassed. Too bad. We're here to share fun times. It is Saturday. I'm a day ahead of myself. Oh, thank you, Susan. We can always laugh at ourselves, can't we? Oh, that is so funny. I'm going for a journey in time. Let's do that instead. Here we go from the journey. Yep, time. I'm going back to Saturday. Yes, it is Saturday. Thank you so much for that, Susan. Oh, my goodness. I feel flushed. Maybe it gives me nice rosy cheeks now. So funny. Oh, dear. Now I'm going over to card number 21, which is family room. This one looks interesting. And there's the absolutely. Yes, we can always laugh at ourselves. I love it. If you can't, it can be a bit sad. Now, this card does look very interesting. It's not showing up very clearly there. I'm just going to point to that, and let's bring it up closer so that we can see what is in this card. There's family portraits of what might be the mother or grandmother, a beautiful fireplace, a bouquet of flowers with a little bookcase, and a wonderful pot of, well, I think, is that a teapot or more a coffee pot? It's got the creamer, it's got the jug, sugar, and that ready. Not the cups yet. Beautiful fern. It is a lovely card. I'm just trying to get the glare off. See how the different light angle creates that, well, clarity, isn't it? I'm not even sure. I'm going to have to look at it over. No, look, I'd actually have to get a magnifying glass out to see the absolute finer detail. It almost looked like there was a cushion or something that's over, as if it's thrown carelessly behind that couch, but hard to tell. Now, let's place it where it should be, there, with its grouping in the spread. Very nice. It looks really lovely and comfortable. So let's just see what is going to present with this one. And okay, there is a spammer there. Do report and block if you feel so guided. I will be banning that particular profile later. So certainly in the family room, it's a mid-morning coffee. So we've got the answer there to what the pot on the tray is for. It is a coffee. So mid-morning coffee served in a bourgeois drawing room, true to Victorian style. So the drawing room in better houses was off the formal parlour and was a place to withdraw to for entertaining close friends and family. Society visits would have been kept in the formal parlour, so we know we're now in a welcoming and supportive space where secrets and personal matters may be shared. Oh, literally, it's a room and stands for all private and enclosed spaces such as living rooms, hotel rooms, offices with doors, apartments. More abstractly, it represents privacy and intimacy. So this scene of closeness, it can also refer to the time and place, as in soon, near, right next to you, or shortly, no more than a month. So it's giving reference to that is what, closer to the heart, to the people who are closer to your heart in your family, and being able to share anything that you need to in this space and enjoy this space in glorious comfort. This is suggesting comfort and ease. So there's not, much to be concerned with besides what might be. I mean, you can imagine the little tittering behind, a fan or the hand as far as gossipy secrets and stuff like that in this one of what's going on with the day in the big world outside. So it does give that sense of comfort and security, doesn't it? So I think what we're being given here in that sense of, sharing, it feels like it's bringing into that closeness some vulnerability of being able to be vulnerable with those who are closest to you in your family and those who you wish to invite into that little close circle. So it really gives that sense of you can take a breath and be in comfort and really feel into that space that is your close to home stuff. So whether it is sharing intimate details about something that's happening in your life, or whether it's just to have that sense of togetherness and being in security in your own space. That's what I'm feeling with this one. So besides what the actual guidebook is suggesting, it does feel beautifully safe and secure and in readiness to have that cup of coffee at any point in time. It feels inviting. So that's where, let's take that journey and have friends around or go to visit friends. It's got that feeling. As we're moving now, we will move over into what is the wealthy man in our workspace. Being a Saturday after all, we can probably have some of us that are going to be working. Now I don't feel so bad about being in my office for the day to do some work. Oops, goodness. So there we go. Wealthy man, card number 13. Going over to find that one in the guidebook. And it is the wealthy man in his mahogany panelled office at the end of a successful trading day. So this guy's sitting having completed his work and probably ready because he's got his hat in hand with his gloves ready to move off back to his home space or journey somewhere. Let's see. So with top hat and grey suede gloves in hand, he's satisfied as his ticker tape machine shows the stock market is doing well. So it's not a clock, that's one of those. You may have seen one of these things in the older movies where it's running through and, the crash of the 1929, the crash of the market and etc. All that sort of stuff. There's movies around all of that and etc. And you might have seen one of those little machines. Wonderful how the technology's come from that style of machine to what we're using now as I'm looking towards the camera to you. Isn't it amazing? It is amazing. So as the handsome male counterpart to the privileged lady, he might be thought of as a venture capitalist, banker, financier or entrepreneur. So, well, what is he? He stands for career success, business acumen, smart plans, rational thought and well-calculated risk. So there is success written in this card all over it, really, because of his stance and how, he's generally well-disposed. And he's well-disposed to you and will grant you access to his old boys network. We still know of some of those that are operating in the world, don't we? So I'm not needing to read out the other parts because this is more to do with just the 3 cards, not a Bronte blow situation. So when we see this, a card, it is about the wealthiness and the successful acumen that we're going to be gaining our rewards from what is the hard work that we are putting into our work for someone else or our own businesses and entrepreneurship. So feel that, stand in confidence that you've deserved this position in your world, in how you're earning your income, that is sustaining that is your family, and the ability to be able to journey as and when you need to, wherever you need to, whether it's for business or whether it's for pleasure, taking the family on a holiday. It is still school holidays here for South Australians. No, I think it is still for probably all of the schools. All states might be in school holiday mode right now. I haven't checked that. But then, the next week we've still got South Australia having school holidays. Not sure of the other states. So have that journey. Go on an impromptu day trip if you need to, want to. Plan a Sunday drive for tomorrow. do that type of, feeling flexible. And, you've got the time. You can spend a bit of money to do that trip if you want to. It's all in that flow of abundance and really putting forward what you want as far as your moving ahead goes. Telling your own little fortune. Yep, we're going on a trip because we've earned that ability, being able to shift forward into, well, what is next? And as we might remember with the dreaming, what have been your dreams as part of your journey? When you look at how the dreams can inform us of what might be ahead, but also what might be the deeper meaning in our lives in some form or another. What is your purpose ahead? What is it right now? How are you shifting into that otherworldliness of meaning and purpose and reason? The difference between all of those words, but shifting in behind that veil and understanding in a more real sense of why we're here, how we're here, what more is there for us, and bringing those dreams into the reality when needed. All of that. If you've ever worked or trained as shaman, you will understand this. If it's something that you're needing to move into, grab the Shaman's Path cards just to touch on for yourself what might be some of the training, the learning, and that guides you into the being who you are. Is all I can say there. Okay, so thank you. We'll move over. Beautiful travelling. There's really some flow and movement in this one because we are going to be able to shift in some way, whether it's holidays, purposeful errands, or just a journey. It is just a journey. But isn't there a lot of meaning in that? A journey. Life itself is a journey. It's wonderful. I love it. So the nice, deep meaningfuls in some form. When Spirit were guiding me to bring out that shaman deck, I thought, oh wow, wonderful. Okay, I need to visit with that, visit that inner self as well as those other worlds too. Gorgeous emojis again. Thank you so much, Kim. Lovely to have each and every one of you here with me this morning, and those in replay if you've gotten to this far. I am available at any point. Just check out the psychic.online for booking a reading in depth, personalised, all that. The Sea of Stars at the moment, apparently it is down, so I'm not putting that link up. I'll put it again when it is ready again. So thank you from Kerry Ann, and have a lovely day to all. So yes, so that will pop up when it's ready, and there will be the opportunity for instant calls as well when that's live again. Something to do, I don't know what the problem is, but like technology, it's like so many things. Sometimes things do mess up. Or just one little glitch. When I used to do the typing of the programs into my very first desktop computer was a Micro B, and I had to type some of the programs in if I wanted to play a game. I had to create that game by typing the code in. And even if one letter was not correct, it would not work. Sometimes that's what happens in our life, and we need to just take the deep breaths, review, reread, check it, double, and it'll work next time because we've found the error. That sometimes is what life can do for us. It gives us that, we need to take that breath, double check, and continue moving forward. Keep being the best you that you can be. Enjoy your Saturday, and I'll see you tomorrow as Sunday. Many blessings, and keep being the best you that you can be. Namaste.